Hello, 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 hello. Yes, we are back.
Beep, 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 beep.
We have that. You
Yeah, I don't have to make noise. This one.
The fourth one, yeah. Yes. So it's been a while.
It's been a really long time, actually.
Yeah, like a lot of things have happened. We finally got our venue booked and stuff for our wedding. Yeah. So we have our we're getting married like officially with ceremony and all in June next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Malta. Please let us travel, please.
I know. I think I'll cry if it's 2022 and we can't travel. Surely.
Surely we can. Yeah,
Surely.
vaccine and stuff. I'm vaccinated, by the way. There's a lot of pew 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 today.
Yeah.
So and what else happened? Jet Li got muted.
Jet Li grew up. I think the last episode we did was I remember it was the very first day that we got him because I kept telling you to be quiet because like he was so scared.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
he's all grown up
Yeah.
and got his balls chopped off.
Yes.
And he's been destroying our house ever since.
I mean, before that, he already.
I mean,
destroyed
since we got him, he's been destroying.
Like
our
I
house.
have lost like 2 headphones, like studio quality headphones, like it's for recording and stuff. I've lost those. I've lost countless charger, like the charging
R.I.P.
cable. Right?
Moment of silence.
Yeah. So yeah, those. Yeah, like some of these cables have to be like rabbit proof as well.
Yep, he's chewed on the walls. He's
Yeah,
wrecked everything.
pretty much. But we still love him.
He chewed the
know.
sofa. I still need to try and patch the sofa back up.
Oh yeah. Product placement. Yeah. So, Strip Mob Clothing is back on in business, so that's good. Stripmobclothing.shop. Please visit it, buy things, support. You shop, we donate. So that's the slogan. So yeah, and also we are currently having our second, like, I wouldn't say it's a lockdown, innit?
It's like a mini lockdown. So
it's called the Phase 2 heightened alert.
So those who are not in Singapore, pretty much everything is closed. Like bars and restaurants are closed.
Yeah, I mean, no, they are closed for dine-in.
Yeah, you can take away, but there are some places that are fully closed because they can't sustain a business just by doing like a bar. You're not gonna
like
go and order food from like a bar, are you? So,
hi, can I have 6 chicken wings?
Yeah,
And
exactly.
It's $12. What?
yeah. And then so basically we can go out, but only in groups of 2.
Mm-hmm.
We can only have 2 people over.
Yeah.
So what have we been doing? I've just been working out a lot. That's it, really.
Yeah, she looks slimmer, ain't she? Like,
No, thank you.
yeah, she looks slimmer. Yay for me. Anyway.
What else? What have you been doing?
Not much actually. Oh, but a lot of things happened though. Like, we actually have this article regarding a man that is allergic to electromagnetic waves.
Okay.
Let me look at the date. Look at the date.
Okay,
When
so this was published. I say published in the loosest term because it's not
It's
an
not
article, I would say. It's on Mothership. So it was published on the 3rd of February. Man in Singapore sues neighbor over harassment due to electromagnetic waves from her Wi-Fi devices. So let me just like briefly read it. A Singaporean man allegedly took a female neighbor to court over harassment caused by electromagnetic waves. I like there's a lot of inverted commas in this. Like this, the heading of this paragraph, physical and mental torment. The victim alleged that his neighbor, who lived 2 stories down from him, had caused him physical and mental torment via the electromagnetic waves emitted from her house.
So it's 2-story down. Okay, are you telling me 1 story down there's no neighbor that is using Wi-Fi?
So this man basically decided to sue her under the Protection from Harassment Act, which criminalizes behavior that harasses distress causes or harms a victim. He accuses her of deliberately installing an excessive number of Wi-Fi devices.
How many is excessively like?
But this poor woman, she's just like probably working from home or something, like on her laptop, bless her. I feel very sorry for the guy's lawyer because there's like no way of fighting this whatsoever.
Exactly. Like I don't know, man. Like, how can you? First of all, you can't be allergic to electromagnetic wave.
No, because that would mean that you literally cannot go outside or stay inside.
Yeah, like
You can't see anything.
laptop. I mean, electromagnetic wave.
Like
Phones,
light bulbs, everything is on like the electromagnetic spectrum in one way or another.
Oh yeah.
Like light itself. So
Yeah.
So basically, this guy has a history of allergies. So apparently, a French doctor has diagnosed him with electrohypersensitivity. EHS, or Wi-Fi allergy, is a condition where one experiences physical or psychological symptoms. So he's a nutter, basically.
Pretty much.
He's
yeah.
definitely got something like...
He's one of those people that you thought you'll never meet, right?
So this French doctor that diagnosed him actually has no experience in neurology or in electromagnetic waves. So basically, this guy sued his neighbor for having Wi-Fi.
Okay.
So that's the basis of what we're gonna talk about today.
So basically, we thought that this type of things only, happen overseas, like.
Or in movies, those people that wear like calendars on their heads, and are
or
like scared of like satellites and stuff.
Aluminium foil.
Yeah,
around
tin
it.
foil.
Yeah. So, we thought like, we can like not. This is.
Formulate your
I can't-
sentence.
I just can't like you. I can't physically imagine meeting this type of people, but apparently one of our good friends,
Oh God!
bless him.
So basically, our friend, he recently moved into a shop house around the corner from us for like a month-ish as like a temporary accommodation before he moves into his new rental, right?
Yeah.
And I went over to visit him, just me, because only 2 people are allowed. I was adhering to the rules. So like we went for a walk, I went over to his, and it's beautiful, really nice shop house. And I was like, I'm so happy for you because this is such a nice space that you're going to be living in. And like we're right around the corner from each other. He was like, yeah, I'm really happy. That evening, I get a slew of text messages come through. And it was just like, this guy has moved into our house because like obviously it's co-living, right? So they had a new housemate. And he says that he's allergic to Wi-Fi. So then all these weird things start happening. Like my friend comes home and all the doors and windows are open, which like I know we're in Singapore, but that's like not safe, especially because it's a shop house. It's on the ground floor.
Yeah, like-
everything is wide open.
Yeah.
And then he said that the guy said it was because that my friend was doing a wash in the washing machine. And he's also allergic to chemicals, not just Wi-Fi. So the chemicals from the washing machine were affecting him.
Okay.
Then he finds that this dude has been hiding the Wi-Fi routers, basically like trying to get rid of them, like unplugging them and then hiding them maybe in like that little bit in between the window.
Yeah. So it's like
Where the shutter is. and
yeah,
then the
there's
window.
a outer shutter and then there's a inner shutter. Like in between, there's this gap. He hide all the router there.
So then they obviously confronted him and they were like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh yeah, I'm allergic to Wi-Fi. Like I can't be around any Wi-Fi. He orders food on his phone on Deliveroo. Okay?
Yeah.
And he has a job that
Sitting in
requires
front
him
of a
to be-
computer, isn't it? Like,
and a laptop, yeah.
how are you allergic to electromagnetic when you still have a phone and you still work in front of a laptop? That like,
I think yeah.
and okay, here's the funny thing, right? It irritates me as well. Like he said, he's opening all the doors and window to let the Wi-Fi out.
Uh-huh.
I mean, the best way for you to stop Wi-Fi from coming in is closing the doors and
Oh
windows.
no, that's not the best way. He already did that. He wrapped everything in tinfoil, didn't he? He wrapped all the routers in tinfoil.
I didn't know that, but
He
if
did.
He,
He
if
wrapped
did
everything
that,
in tinfoil. Then he switched the fridge off. What else did he do? He did so many things. He like chucked all the cleaning products because he's allergic to chemicals. He chucked all of them outside, and it was raining, so they all got ruined.
Oh my god.
What else?
I don't know.
Oh my goodness. Then he started talking about how there's a 5G antenna outside and he didn't feel comfortable with going out there. And how he can't go to East Coast Park anymore because he thinks there's a 5G antenna there. And how he can't go to McRitchie anymore because people fly drones. Like one of these people that literally think that satellites are there to like monitor and I don't know, God knows what.
I don't know. Like it's baffling to even hear these type of stories, isn't it?
But the interesting thing is, he is the guy in that article.
Yeah.
He was the guy in that newspaper article. So he'd obviously tried to sue his neighbor, got into like loads of trouble or whatever. So then he moved out and left, moved into this place, did a similar sort of thing. Luckily, they brought it up with their agent, and the agent was like, "No, these guys are paying for Wi-Fi, it's bills included." Like,
and
we
everyone,
advertise it as that.
everyone actually show their like give their peace of mind to the agent. Like, we can't live like this. Like, this guy's another.
Yeah. So the agent basically asked the guy to leave, like gave him a full refund, and then he left, and now he's gone. And I never met him, and I'm very disappointed.
Oh, you're disappointed because you never met him.
It would be interesting to meet someone like that. But shout out to that guy.
So next story. I think COVID have made a lot of people stressed out because just now I found out something. Someone rode a motorcycle naked.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Pretty much around Singapore. So I saw the video. I was surprised. I'm like, where's the police in all this? Because when I ride my bicycle, I can like at least see a traffic police and a police once in my cycling route. So he's traveling on a motorcycle from one point to the other. I assume like you can at least chance into a police more than once. But no, apparently like nobody catches him.
And then what happened?
And then I turn on my condo app and there's this bulletin saying that this guy actually came into the condo, went to the next block, flashes this lady.
How can he flash when he's already naked?
Yeah. I don't know what you call that, but
I mean, he's
harass this lady.
Yeah.
And then he ride out of the condo.
I can't believe, especially with how like over the top our security are as well.
Yeah.
Our security are very full on. Like they don't normally, like they're very funny about letting people in. So how did this dude get in on a
according to
motorbike naked and harass someone? It must have been like a 5-minute thing, right?
I don't
Drive
know.
in, harass someone.
No, I'm still puzzled over how they didn't stop him.
That's what I mean. How did he get in? There's barriers.
He, according to the bulletin, like he squeezed in between the barrier with his motorcycle,
Naked. I don't understand how you can do that. Because the barrier, that goes right up to like the guardhouse, which is on a slight pavement.
No, I think like when we come in, there's the visitor and the resident barrier.
Maybe that gap in the middle there.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, but the thing is for him to maneuver so precisely.
He's done this before by the sounds of it. It's not his first rodeo.
No, like you can't miss the guy.
He was naked.
What is the security doing? Like,
yeah, I wonder what's going to happen of that.
I don't know. Like,
why is it things have been happening in our condo lately? Why here? We're very like out of the way as well. Like our road is like on a cul-de-sac and it's like a road behind the highway. It's not a main road or anything.
Oh yeah.
So I don't understand how that happens.
You have to like go.
That's what I mean.
It? Like
it's not like he's just nipped in like off the side of the road. Like
yeah.
So I wonder what that was all about.
It's
But yeah,
very-
you're right. COVID's driving people a bit crazy, I think.
Mhm. There's a few article of people not wearing masks.
Do you have a badge?
Oh yeah, that oh my god, that lady. And apparently, like when I saw that video, for those of you who don't know, like this lady was in MBS and was told to put her
She just like fully wasn't wearing a mask. It wasn't even like down over
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
She just didn't have one.
No, it's in her hand.
No, but it wasn't on her face.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I mean.
so it's like the safe distancing officer. For those of you who are watching overseas, we have hired safe distancing officer to remind people to safe distance and,
And put
wear
your
a
mask
yeah.
on, yeah.
So this lady was like, "Where's your badge? What's
Do
your
you have a
authority?
badge?"
Yeah, what's your authority? Like, show me a proof that you were." Like she's wearing the uniform, like the red T-shirt saying. Like,
Also, I'm not being funny. Like, I think it could be anyone's responsibility to tell you to wear a mask.
Exactly. I think
You don't have to be a member of the like law enforcement
Yeah, you
to
don't have
tell
go
someone
through
to wear a
training for
mask.
month
Like,
or
it's a
something.
legal requirement. Everyone should be wearing a mask.
Yeah. And then I always thought that she looked familiar.
She showed up to court without a mask on as
No,
well.
no, she went in with a mask, but she went out, take out the mask, and smile for the camera.
What a bitch, man.
Yeah. So I always thought that she's familiar, and apparently she have served the Navy before.
Which is shocking to me. Like, that's like a form of law enforcement.
Exactly.
So, do you have a badge?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's some
A
strange
lot of
goings on.
nutter, and then then what else? Oh, this lecturer. Oh my god.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. There's been
This-
like a lot of, I feel like recently, okay, in my opinion, I feel like Singapore does have a lot of underlying racism.
Yeah.
And Singapore, especially as like a foreigner looking in on Singapore, right? I feel like a lot of people try and deny it and that it's like a very harmonious country, but it's definitely not. There's definitely a lot of it might not be as like overt as racism, for example, in England or like definitely in the States, but it's a lot more like under the surface, you know.
It's I think yes, it's under the surface, but I don't think like you said it's not obvious. I think it's obvious. It's just that no one want to talk about it.
I mean it's not obvious as it's not violent.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like
yeah.
at home,
Oh yes, yes, yes.
you know.
Yeah.
Like for example, like last week, like a 14-year-old black boy was murdered by like this group of white men that were like shouting racial abuse at him.
Yeah. That's
So like that sort of thing,
that is
thank
violent.
God doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
But there's been like all this like awful stuff coming out lately.
Yeah.
And it's definitely become worse because of the Indian variant of COVID. I think that's definitely caused a lot more racial
Yeah. Like
a lot of racist stuff is happening towards the Indian community here.
I mean, mostly coming from like the elder generation, you know.
Yeah.
And also like I saw this article of a neighbor like
I saw that this morning as well.
like pouring soap water.
Oh no, that's not the one. Oh god, there's a different one then. Okay,
Yeah.
you tell your one
so
first.
this
then I'll...
like this lady was a Filipino nurse, right? She's a nurse. She's a frontliner. You know, so she attend to COVID patient and stuff like that. Like you know how difficult like that job is.
Yeah, it's not an easy job.
And to come home to a neighbor that treat you like you are a virus.
What did she do?
The
neighbor?
The neighbors like pour soapy water onto the floor, trying to wash away the virus, and then like scolding like just vulgarities in Hokkien to her.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, it's uncalled for. First of all,
It is.
you know, imagine working so hard and come home to this. You know, but that happens like constantly for the past few years, and only last month that the verdict was out that you know this guy is harassing her. I mean, it's obvious she have all the evidence. But
Yeah.
why does it take like a whole year?
I feel like it takes a really long time. So the one that I saw was this Hindu man, and he like put up a post saying, I've been living in this HDB for 20 years now,
Yeah.
and I'm not too familiar with like the Hindu religion, but apparently as part of their prayer, they like bless the door,
yeah.
like the door frame with a bell.
With a bell. And the bell is a
It's
tiny
a small
bell.
bell. It's just like a ding, 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 like very soft sound.
Yeah, I saw this as well.
Yeah. So he was like, I've been living here for 20 years, and only since this COVID period has this started happening to me. His neighbor is like, it is harassment. Stepping outside when he's doing his prayer and like bashing a gong.
Yeah. And her face, man.
Oh, she looks
I
miserable.
wanna punch her like.
She looks full of like hatred, doesn't she?
Yeah, if I am not someone with morale, I will punch her.
Well, I applaud that guy for keeping it together, because like I feel like he filmed it because it wasn't the first time that it was happening, right?
Yeah.
So like how?
So I'm sure it's not the first time because he started like
Exactly, because he knew it was going to happen.
you
Yeah.
know?
So how does he keep it together in his own home when he's trying to pray, being harassed like by this woman bashing a gong?
Yeah.
But that's been happening a lot lately. And then the biggest one
Oh yeah, this is the worst of the worst.
Is the worst.
This guy is a lecturer in a polytechnic in Singapore, right? He's a senior lecturer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I have one of these blackcurrant sweets?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So he approached this couple, interracial couple. The guy's Indian. His girlfriend is or fiance. I don't know. Is it girlfriend?
Girlfriend, yeah.
His girlfriend is Chinese, right? So he said that it is racist for you to date out of your race because you are preying on the Chinese girl.
And he goes, and the Chinese don't like it. You're preying on these girls. Like as if it's some kind of predatory behavior.
And when I heard it, my jaw dropped. I'm
I
like,
know.
how can that? What?
And he's so adamant as well. Like he's
Then
trying to argue that point of view. There isn't.
Yeah, and this one, I also have to applaud the guy for being patient.
Yeah, me too.
For me, imagine if you and me walking outside and it's like, it's racist for you to date a Chinese guy.
Oh mate, I would not be able to keep it together.
Yeah, exactly.
You know? Yeah.
So like I don't know, man. Like why?
And then I saw something else about that same lecturer. So not only is he racist towards Indian people, but apparently in one of his lectures, he went on like a big Islamophobic rant, and how like
he was questioning this only Muslim student in the class.
And he was basically calling the Muslim student a dog at one point, because he was like, the way that Allah treats you is worse than how people treat their dogs.
Yeah.
And like all this really, doesn't even make any sense, and like disgusting stuff. So him and this other student went and sat outside, but now he's been reported again for that. But he's been suspended from his job. But to be honest with you, that's not enough in my opinion.
Also, what bothers me is that whole Islamophobic behavior was reported to the school in 2017.
Yeah.
Right?
2018, I think.
No, 2017.
Oh, really? Okay.
And on 2019, he's awarded a long service award by the Polytechnic.
That is a joke. What the hell?
So here's my question. What happened to the complaint? Like, no action is taken, and then
Clearly not.
Yeah, clearly not, because like in 2019 he earned a long service award. He got.
Can you imagine going to university and your lecturer, who you are supposed to respect and look up to, saying all these horrible things? Like, it's just, people like that should not be in a position of power.
Exactly.
You know, and have influence over younger people. Like, it's
I think positions of power should be earned. You get what I mean? Like, also this story about your friend working for a younger guy. He have position of power.
Oh yeah.
In it.
Yeah.
And then
He's a terrible boss, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. It should be earned, but like, I just definitely think that he should have been reprimanded sooner because that's not even like slight racism. That's like
All out.
obvious.
It's all out.
And he's not even shy about it. He's like, yeah, I'm
I'm
racist, basically.
That's what he said. Like he said that. Yes,
Yeah.
I'm racist in the video. So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, how?
And then like one that I saw recently, it was this post saying that you can actually report property agents to some board if you feel that they're being racist,
Oh yeah. Oh
which we experienced it.
yeah.
And not as bad as other people. I know like
Yeah.
people that have experienced it way worse, but we experienced it. Like, for example, we wanted to move in to the
this
same condo,
Different
same
unit though. Different unit.
same style of unit, but different unit and different agent and different landlord.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is a predominantly expat condo, I would say.
Exactly.
They didn't want you renting it, did it? Did they?
Yeah.
They said we don't like your profile. No, you
Yeah.
look like trouble or something like that. They
Exactly.
said.
I'm like, what?
Mhm.
I look like trouble.
Yeah. And I know people that have experienced that they ask for race as well as nationality. I understand if you're asking for someone's nationality because maybe you don't want to rent to someone if, like, for example, me on an employment pass, maybe you don't want to rent to someone on an employment pass because there's a risk that I could lose my job and go back to the UK.
Mhm.
I understand asking someone's nationality, but then why you got to ask their race?
Exactly.
You know? You could just ask, oh, are you on a pass? Or are you Singaporean or PR?
Yeah.
I feel like that should be the only thing. You know?
Yeah.
Why you got to ask what someone's race is? And then there were all these screenshots of the amount of people that called out their agent being like, that's racist of you to ask what race I am. Or like, if they say like, oh, we're Indian, then they say, no, the landlord doesn't want to rent
Yeah,
out to
the
any
landlord only
Indian.
want Chinese. Hey. Like the fact that they put hey and a smiley face.
Yeah, and they
triggers
said like,
me.
oh, it's common here, law. Like that.
I mean, just because it's common doesn't mean it's okay.
It's definitely not okay. But the thing that annoyed me was there were so many people in the comments being like, oh, it might be because the landlord can only speak Chinese and that's why. You have an agent.
Yep.
So no, that's not an excuse.
It's not.
And then there were people being like, oh, maybe they don't want to rent out to Muslim people because, like, you know, something stupid about food restrictions or something.
Yeah, you're not living there. What do you mean food
Exactly.
restriction?
And then someone commented saying, oh, they might have thought that those people were dangerous and might have destroyed the property, which to me is like super racist, basically just saying that you're assuming that this Indian guy is dangerous
Yeah.
because of his race.
Yep.
The comments, honestly, were disgusting. Like, really disgusting.
So this actually shows that racism exists.
And the funny thing is, someone commented saying Chinese people only want to rent to Chinese people because of they know that it's the whole like, oh, it's okay because then they can cook whatever they want. They don't have to worry about it being halal, blah, 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 blah.
There's Chinese
Chinese
Muslim.
people can be Muslim as well. Anyone can be Muslim, not just Malay people.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me.
Okay. Here's the part that irritated me since a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like when I convert to a Muslim, most of my colleague in Singapore Navy start to say, why do you want to be a Malay? I'm like, dude, I'm still Chinese. I just changed religion.
Oh my god.
But isn't Muslim a Malay religion? I'm like, no, it's not.
It's actually really not.
Exactly.
Islam originates from the Middle East. So what the hell? Come on now.
Yeah,
Come on, people.
Exactly. Like,
it wasn't invented in Malaysia.
you Buddhists, why do you want to be like? It's like saying like Chinese people. Why do you want to practice Buddhism? It's
because it came from India.
It came from India. It doesn't make sense, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like you can choose whatever religion you want. Like it's not attached to a race.
No.
You know. So when I point that out to people, sometimes like, no, Chinese have been like Buddhist for a long time. I'm like,
They actually haven't. Like,
I'm like, oh my god, why?
Yeah.
That's when I realized like there is like underlying racism that has been taught since young. You know?
Yeah, it's a stereotype, isn't it? And
Yeah.
like, I mean, it is a common fact that most Malay people are Muslim.
Here, most Malay people here
Yeah.
are Muslim, but I know one or two Malay people that have converted to Christianity.
I know Malay people that are no religion.
Yeah.
I mean, like, and I understand that, yes, typically in Malaysia and Indonesia, these are Muslim countries, and
Yeah.
here we have a very big Muslim population that are Malay and Indonesian, but that doesn't mean that you can just stereotype
and
everyone
here's
and
the
lump
thing, there
everyone
are-
into these boxes.
There are Indonesian, like native Indonesian, that are Buddhists. In Bali, you see a lot of those.
I mean, Bali is Hindu, like,
Or yeah, or
yeah,
Hindu.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
like they are
Yeah.
Indonesian, but they are not Muslim. You
And
know?
yeah, most Malaysians from Borneo are Christian. I found out recently.
And then there's
So,
also
yeah,
like
I mean, it doesn't matter.
there's
does
a
it?
lot of Christian like Malay as well in Indonesia and Malaysia. I wouldn't say a lot, but there are, you know.
It's like it's a minority, but like a big minority, you know,
Yeah,
enough to
yeah.
recognize it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like you cannot tie in religion to a race.
No.
So like if you come with that presupposition that oh Muslim is Malay, you should question yourself. That means you have been brought wrong. You should educate yourself again, you know. And I think moving forward to prevent all this, we should encourage people questioning things, you know, and call out racist behavior. And we shouldn't just reel in.
I also think that not everything, maybe this sounds really privileged coming from me, and call me out if it does, but not everything should be about race. Like I was saying to you the other day, Singapore is probably the first place that I've lived where race is brought up probably on a daily basis in conversation. And like if you watch like videos on YouTube that are like made in Singapore, race is always brought up. And I've lived like in different countries and different parts of the UK, and it's like I don't ever remember race being such a conversation topic. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And also
And
like
maybe that's me being sheltered, but I also don't think it's like
I don't
these
know.
kind of conversations I think is appropriate to have. I think it's appropriate to talk about racism and all this stuff, but actually just talking about race on a daily basis, I don't think is appropriate, like
Yeah.
to the extent that it is in Singapore, you know?
Yeah. And also like the fact that in the pledge, regardless of race, language, or religion, is said every day from primary school to secondary school. And we still have this type of behavior is really, really, really troubling for me.
I just hope that because it is coming to light more now, I really hope that this is like a change and a step forward
Yeah.
in
A positive change. Yeah.
in how people are addressing this, and it's like people realize it's not okay just to let these things slide.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that because that is happening, it's like you know, like a movement forward.
Yeah. So we have to embrace this and really I don't know, accept it as a new norm and move forward with it. You know, call out racist act, call out racist remark.
Yeah.
But I think we should call it out in a friendly way.
Yeah.
In a way that is not so confrontational.
Yeah,
you know,
like an open conversation kind of
like
way.
you know, you shouldn't say that. Why I shouldn't say that? Because blah blah blah. You know?
Yeah.
Prove your point. And then after that, if you want to accept it, good for him. If he didn't, don't try to push it further because he's not ready for it. Or he or she's not ready for it, you know?
Yeah.
Like the recent video we watched together where six millennial was talking about the
Yeah, it was
that
like
is good.
6 Singaporeans, and they were all of a different race.
One is a Polish Chinese mix,
Yeah,
or was it German?
he was some
Yeah, he's
European and
European and Chinese
Chinese.
mix. There's a Malay guy, there's
A
a Chinese
Chinese
guy,
guy.
Indian girl, a Malay Chinese girl.
And a Punjabi girl.
Yeah. So the
Yeah.
6 of them was talking about racism, and yeah, a lot of the question they asked really you know,
It was very interesting.
interesting. Yes, like one of those is if a guy of a certain race embrace the stereotype, is it racist?
Yes.
So some people say yes, some people say no, some people say maybe,
What do
So-
you think about that?
I think it's a maybe for me.
Mm.
Because like the Malay guy pointed out, he said maybe. Like he said "W- we have been stereotyped to be late all the time. So when we meet a friend and they say why you are late, and if I as a Malay guy say I Malay ma, it's okay.
But do you think that it is?
Um
Because then that makes it okay for the other person to believe in those stereotypes.
that's the thing. For me, it's like because a lot like some of the local not some of the local one or two of the local comedian that is Malay are using this type of stereotypical joke,
Yeah, and that's what I don't like. And that's another thing as well. Just all the comedy here is like race orientated.
Yeah.
It's all about race. To me, that's not. I don't know. I don't find that very funny. I think it's low hanging fruit. It's like easy pickings.
Yeah, it
You
is
know,
easy
like-
picking, and also I think it's lazy.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
You
Like,
know,
come up with a funnier, more intelligent joke than just pointing out racial stereotypes.
one of my favorite local comedian is Jing Seo. This guy is very very creative because he have some racial joke, but it's not inwards. You know.
No, I don't know.
Okay, one of those is I can't remember. Look up Jing Seo. He's quite uh a unique comedian because like he don't use like inner stereotypical jokes.
Okay.
So when he's
I don't think that's unique. I think that's just being good at your job.
yeah. Okay,
I mean, every other comedian outside of Singapore is kind of like that, really. Like,
yeah. So
do
like
you know what I
from-
mean? Like, come
for-
on, guys.
Yeah. So he's great. He's great. I'm yeah. I just hope. Oh, we are coming out of lockdown soon. So
Yes. 4 days. 4 days were coming out
yeah.
of lockdown. We can
I
see
mean, on the
5
date
people.
on the date of recording, it's
Yeah.
4 days. Yeah.
We can see 5 people, but then restaurants don't open a week after that. So we've
Yeah.
got to think about what restaurants we want to go to first.
Yeah, and your birthday is coming.
Yes. Thank goodness. Touch wood. Everything is going to be okay for my
You're
birthday.
touching the metal, by the way.
I mean,
okay.
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. Everything's going to be okay for my birthday, so that's
Yeah.
good.
So, we actually book MBS
Staycation.
staycation before the lockdown. We paused it. Hopefully, we can book the staycation for your birthday.
I hope so.
So at least we have something to do there.
Yeah, because we could have gone ahead with it, but then it was like, did we?
Yeah.
They've closed the pool. Pointless. All the restaurants are closed. Do we really want to just sit in the room and like?
No.
No.
It's 3 days, 2 nights.
Exactly. We want to go to
For
a nice
my birthday,
restaurant.
it was 2 days, 1 night. It was super special.
Yeah.
Your birthday, I hope we can get that.
Yeah,
3
I
days,
hope
2
so
nights.
too.
Yeah.
That'll be good, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm
looking
excited
forward
for
to that.
And then it's our ROM. We're getting
Oh, yeah, in
officially
August.
married
Like
in
officially
August.
on paper.
On paper. You're gonna be my type on paper.
Okay.
That's a Love Island joke.
I
You did watch Love Island, don't
I
you?
know. I don't remember all the jokes.
Okay.
She remembers everything from Simpsons, Love Island. What else? Star Wars. You remember everything.
Yes.
I can't. Bits and bobs from here and there, but nah, that's it. You know. So yeah, that's pretty much the update. I hope we can continue to do this weekly.
Yeah, soz that we've been gone for so long, guys.
Yes. Sorry.
We've been off for ages.
Ages. Yes. Exactly.
Like what? 6 months? I think it's about 6 or 7 months.
Yeah. So sorry, guys.
Sorry.
But we're back.
Where's the clap?
That is one. Yeah.
Okay,
So
there
we're
we go.
back.
Yeah.
That's it.
Sorry.
Bouncing is a little bit. Thank you guys for supporting us. We love you. So yeah, that's it for the welcome back episode. I don't know what even to. What are we gonna call this episode?
I don't know. You'll figure it out. But anyway, yes. Follow us on all social media platforms. Watch us on YouTube. I'm sure you'll put the link and description, etc., in there, and the handles.
Yep. So yeah, thank you.
We're on Spotify. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for listening.
Thanks for tuning back in.
Yeah. DM us if you have anything to ask. We'll talk about it as well. So yeah, keep it coming, guys. See you soon. Stay safe. Mask up.
Bye.